Plane spotting at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport is always a blast. Today, we're going to be going on our day trip here in September of 2023. I hope all of you are excited for this, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome everybody to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. I hope all of you are excited here for a fun spotting session today. We have quite a few aircraft, so we're just going to go ahead and get started, and it was a full day for sure. And take a look at this really cool Southwest shot here on the south side of the airport. We got Amuma 1 along with all the friends here. We're going to see a bunch of special liveries to start here, so definitely a very fun start to the day with the Amuma 1 special. And we also got Louisiana 1 already, so as you all can tell, we are just getting after it. Welcome to Phoenix at the KC-135s for Arizona National Guard in there as well. There's our 737-800 that brought us in, and welcome to Phoenix. So let's go ahead and take a look at our really cool aircraft. Got an Air Canada Rouge A318 there, and of course we just arrived, so just doing the best we can to get the best shots we can, and certainly did here of Louisiana 1. Great aircraft. We will see when it makes it to the 800, but as you can tell, it's been going strong in the 700 for a long time. But overall, a very good looking aircraft, and certainly happy to get to feature it here. And Nevada 1, it just didn't in, and that's why I was so excited that we arrived early, because we got these three specials all triple back to back to back. So Nevada 1, great aircraft. Gotta love to see it right there, and overall just a really strong aircraft there. So very happy with the shots of Nevada 1 here at the Sky Harbor International Airport, and better yet, Amuma 1 pushing back. So just absolutely crazy start there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's gonna be quite that loaded the whole day, but certainly a very impressive effort at the very least. So there's Amuma 1 pushing back with some really cool scenery. Got an American 320 and the KC-135s, and what more could you ask for? Nevada 1 with Amuma 1. So there's a bunch of moving around and a bunch of coordination to get these shots, but overall I was super happy to get them, and great to get Nevada 1 in there with Amuma. So overall just crazy to get that shot. Really cool, and not every day that you can get two Southwest specials in one shot, so was very thrilled about that, especially two really neat ones. And there goes Amuma 1 taxiing out for departure. So overall, what a strong start. Southwest taking off, American 737-800. Then you got Southwest here at the third extension piece, and the new one we'll see some pictures of shortly. And there's a Max 8 down there, like the gate scenery shot. And there goes Amuma 1. I think we're up to the parking garage by this point. So really cool shots of Amuma and American 321. Never mind, we're still inside. How about that? Southwest 737-800 pushing back. There's a nice tail shot right there. Got the KC-135s going strong as well. We'll have some sun through today. Not too much though. Fortunately, we'll have more Phoenix sunny sessions coming up. There's a Southwest 700 and a Max 8. And we all know what these aircraft are, so I'll kind of just take us through it. There's the KC-135, Southwest Max 8, and a Canyon Blue down there for good measure. So long live the Canyon Blues. And now we are certainly on the parking garage, getting Nevada 1 here at the new D extension gates that are really nice. And take a look at all these aircraft we're going to get to watch. A bunch of Southwest and a couple American regionals. There's the Nevada 1, and then Canyon Blue 780 was down to one of the final ones. Her and 783 and 7813 were the last three, so great to see those. And Louisiana 1 down there at the other side, so no doubt plenty of action. So I'll just scroll through. We all know what these aircraft are. I'll kind of pause on some of the better shots. We got the American 737-800, but we will spend some time on this United 737-200 on the north side. Very cool to get this coming in from Newark. Very impressive. I'm not sure if they're still flying these as often in Phoenix. I think a few at least. So definitely looking strong there with that. And then Griswold, the Bear showing up. We love that. Frontier sending all the cool aircraft. Here's their Airbus A320neo. And then as you can tell, there's actually other shots on another round of SD cards. So don't worry. Or another round of pictures here, because the preview got messed up here. So give me just a moment here and I'll get this fixed. Alrighty, everybody, so we're back to this takeoff line. I apologize that it jumped there a little bit. But anyway, we got the Southwest 737-800 taking off right there. Looked quite nice. And then across the bridge, we got WestJet's new Max 8. Love that livery. Not really new anymore, but still looking pretty nice. Mesa flying CRJ-900s. This was during the United era. Yes, it would have been. So United would have been flying these at this point. So this is probably going to Houston, which was a crazy overnight they had for the maintenance base. American A321, Southwest with downtown Phoenix in the tower, looking very strong. The Arizona National Guard right there. You got an American A319, Southwest, and then I've flown that aircraft, so that's why I got a really good shot of that one at the gate. Southwest 737-700 blasting off, American Embraer 175, Skywest CRJ-700, and there's a Southwest 737-700, Delta A321, United, Boeing 737-900ER, low rotating here on the south runway, looking very nice. Bunch of what you'll see at Phoenix is that in Delta A321s, you'll see a bunch of those. American A321neo looking quite nice as well. Louisiana 1 taxiing out for departure. doing some panning for fun. Obviously, that didn't work out very well. Hops the Rabbit's a great looking aircraft. Frontier A320 Neo. Very happy to get that. Southwest 737 700 pan. And there's Griswold, so we'll get some better shots of that pulling in. And here's the follow-up. So you can see it's kind of shifting around a little weird. So you got the American A321 Neo. There's the United 77 continuation shots. Really cool to see that aircraft. And here's the rest of Griswold the Bear. Really happy to see that. And overall, very strong. Just a great looking bear. And certainly very happy to get the feature right here. So that's awesome. American A320 taking off there. And you got Nevada 1 now pushing back. So absolutely loaded. The WestJet was actually coming over to take off on this side. So happy to see that. I think I did get some better pictures, but previews being really weird today. So I apologize that it's loading very inconsistent pictures here. But it's actually a good balance of them, honestly, so it's pretty cool. A very cool shot here with the Arizona National Guard KC-135. So we got the AmeriFlight Beechcraft. That is super cool to see. I didn't even know I had a picture of that, so very cool to catch that right there. That's absolutely awesome. This is a really neat shot with all the action here. We got Nevada 1 along with the ATI Boeing 767-200. Very cool to see this, despite it being a blank livery, still very nice. This is 744 Alpha X-Ray needs to be on a 400 747. But looking very nice here on the 762. You got AirCal coming in with the head on. There's AirCal in downtown. Looking very good. AirCal is commonly over here. Plenty of 738s over here. But I went to the penalty box, so that's quite nice. This might have been a Chicago flight, I'm not sure. But anyway, there goes Louisiana 1 blasting off into the sky. Very good looking special livery. And certainly happy to get the capture there in that moment. Got the Southwest 737s. And now we're getting our real panning practice, where we did get a little bit better with a couple shots. But handheld panning is tough. Former America West A319, you'll see a bunch of those. Really cool to see the AW Airbuses here, the Legacy America West ones. Here's Nevada 1 lining up where we have this Delta 737-9 ER taking off. You will see a good handful of these as well. And then, of course, Nevada 1 finally taking off. So very good looking aircraft, and even went for a little panning there just for fun. And yeah, captured Nevada 1, no doubt about that. Southwest 737, and Southern Airways is flying PC-12s at this time, at least. Not sure if they still are, but very happy to see that. And you got Spirit. Spirit does have a nice spoke out of Phoenix and a good variety of routes. And then now we're on the south side. There's a really cool takeoff spot for the south runways. And this is front when the sun comes out, which it did a little bit. So you'll see some tower shots and plenty of normal aircraft. So there's the America 737-800, Envoy 175, primary landing on the other side, and there goes the Canyon Blue. So we definitely caught all the specials in this session, no doubt about that. Southwest 737-700. Very good looking aircraft. Love that livery. It's very nice. SkyWest CRJ-700, Delta 8, 737-800. You'll see a good handful of those. And there's the lighting break right there. And then we have this American A321 looking really strong. Very happy to see that. Good looking aircraft. And there's a Neo. We got some good light here, so always happy to get the good light. These are pretty good shots, so very happy with how these turned out. And America 737-800 for good measure, taking off, looking quite nice. So you get a good variety of traffic here at Sky Harbor. There's the beautiful former AW A319. Very strong aircraft and certainly very fitting in the settings. So nice cloud backdrop too. I'll definitely have to edit these up at some point. Volaris Airbus A321 that we saw previously. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to cut off right there. So let me pick this back up and get this fixed. Alrighty, everybody, and here's that Volaris Airbus A321. Overall, looking very strong. Really good to get some good light on it as well. Volaris has some really cool routes out of Phoenix. So certainly happy to see this aircraft going very strong right there. Got an American A319. Happy to see this one as well. Never a bad day seeing an American A319 or an American A321. Also looking very strong too. Southwest Boeing 737, American A321. You get all the CFMs, the Neos, the IAEs, every variant you could ever want. So of course we're getting to see all those here. We're going to see the whole American fleet in this spotting session, and we will get a SkyWest CRJ 700 on this side occasionally too, but they use the other side a little bit too. Just depends on the flow. And Southwest finally getting back to their kind of weird operation at Phoenix. It's kind of a hub, it's kind of not in the regards to how the air traffic moves. So you're going to get a bunch of good variety here. 737s for American, and then a nice Honda jet right there. That's a nice change up. And United 737-9 ER, you will get these off the hour a little bit. And Envoy 175s, which have became pretty prominent at Phoenix, pretty normal. You got more Southwest and more Southwest. There's the aircraft I flew right there. And 673, another good American rig, and another 737, and another CFM 319. And another 321 with IAEs this time. And there's Chester on the Alaska 737-800. Certainly happy to see this aircraft as well. Good to get some different angles on it. Here's the Envoy 175 getting some good lighting there. And the SkyWest CRJ 700, 744. Pretty iconic tail number. Southwest, and then we got the American Neo. Very cool shot right there. Take a look at that. And also, I'm not trying to go fast, so if I am, I apologize. Just trying to balance it out. There's so many shots, so I'll try to slow down here for some of the nicer ones. Definitely that are nicely lit. Some of these were the highlight of the day. There's the Southwest, and we're gonna get the chrome here. Spoiler alert: it was not sunny, but here's the Spirit Neo looking strong, and the Sky West and Contour flying here. I think they fly the Page, which is really cool. So definitely great to see. Contour 135, love Contour. There's the Southwest Max 8, another very nice offering, in the Delta A321. There's AirCal with a very, very shallow, very low rotation. And quite nice. For all these specials that we get today, we'll say that one of them will be sunny. I will promise that. But yeah, we did the best we could on AirCal there. And then there's another Southwest. But yeah, it was special galore. There were so many. And speaking of which, I guess there was a pretty decent shot there of American. I didn't realize that was a little bit more sunny than what I anticipated right there. That's pretty good. So yeah, we do have a kind of a sunny American 737 right there. Not bad at all. Looking very strong there. 921 November. And yeah, I kind of forgot that there was some decent shots there. So very nice, and overall looking very strong on the American Chrome 737. Always a great aircraft to catch for sure. And it looks very nice contrasted up there on the Phoenix parking garage. Love that livery, and it's always a blast to see it wherever it may be. So yeah, overall another very nice catch right there on the American 737-800. There's the American A319, Southwest 737, Delta 738, and Denver Air Connection does fly here as well. Really cool Metroliner. You'll see 145s and the Metroliner here. So very cool shots. They go on the Denver via, just depends where. Sometimes Telluride's one. I know that they've flown the Donier on as well, which is another very cool aircraft type that I'll visit from time to time. Sometimes often, just depends on the schedule. But yeah, really cool Metroliner there you'll see. And then, of course, back to our standard traffic. So Phoenix does have some nice EAS and special variety in there all through the pieces. So now we're up to the parking garage. This is the main flagship location here at the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Really excited to check it out here. And we're going to be seeing a bunch of planes, starting with the WestJet 737. And you're going to see a bunch of Southwest and American aircraft action on this side. There's another aircraft I've flown right there from Dallas to Tulsa. Love that. So you'll see a bunch of those, and then Envoy, and then all the docked up gate aircraft. There's the Air Canada Max looking very strong. Quite a few flights to Vancouver and Calgary. So overall, very cool to see that touching down. Really great vantage point. So you'll see a bunch of American A321s, 319s, I'm sure coming up soon. CFM 321s, very common through the process here as well. And I was just making sure my OBS, oh, okay, my reminder on Google Calendar came up. That's why my OBS went away. Okay, there's the CFM 321s. There's a 320 IAE. Looking very nice. Southwest 737. Coming in to touch her down. I don't know why it keeps doing that, everybody, but it just keeps blanking out halfway through the line of pictures. So we'll have to keep working on that. I'll have to see what I can do. But anyway, Frontier right here looking very nice. This is the Woodpecker. So certainly very cool to see that. In the inside of winglet had a little issue there. But plenty of A321 Neos at this point. But we got plenty of panning work to do here. And we're actually doing pretty good up here with the SkyWest CRJ 700. The American A319 pushed back. Got a little bit of sun finally coming out. So you'll see some of that. Double CRJ 7s right there. American A318 with CFMs. Those LUS aircraft you're going to see have the CFMs. So that's pretty cool. Got the Bombardier CRJ 700s pulling in, and then the Southwest 737-800, excuse me. And yeah, lights finally coming out, so getting all the gate shots of the Airbuses and 175s and CRJs. That's kind of my inspiration for great planes. Some of the layover layouts with the regional jets on the end there. It's really cool. There's the WestJet. Now we'll finally get some nicely lit shots here, starting with SkyWest CRJ 700. And there's the other one. We got a United Airlines 737-900ER. Very nice to see. And the Mesa CRJ 900 for United. There is a Southwest Scimitars. And I need to get my camera settings fixed at some point when the light comes here. But yeah, really good pan there at Southwest. Doing fairly decent on these. I need to get my camera fixed like right now. I can't believe I haven't realized. But we panned an American A319 successfully right here. So we'll take that with the sun. So overall, very happy about that. And then I finally figured out the sun was out. And we got our Southwest 737-700 landing in there. And the Alaska 737-800. Envoy there at the gate looking strong. And we got a CRJ landing there. So yeah, light is honestly pretty good for this time of year. Got the American A319 pulling into the gate. And a nice overview shot. The sun is finally here. We got our lineup shots in the American Neo and the CRJ right next to it. So overall, a good variety of aircraft. And get CRJ 700s at the gates as well. Pretty large regional operation. That mountain back there makes for a good backdrop. We got the JetBlue A320 Tartan 2.0 looking very good. La Vina Blue. So really cool. Mesa Airlines also has their hangar here if you don't know. More Delta A321s. You'll see a bunch of these. Minneapolis, Detroit, Atlanta, every hub, you're going to get a Delta 321 and a few 7.5s if you're lucky, and maybe a wide body on really good days. United Evo A319, you'll get a good variety of mainline aircraft and a few regionals as well, and American A319s and all the normal aircraft we have become very accustomed to. There's the United 738, the Ram Control Tower, looking very nice, and the 737-800 for United. Oh, you got all the American mainline offerings here, A321s, CRJs, all of them. There is some panning action with a CR7 after some successful work earlier. We can now justify the pans. And the Sunny Special, it is finally here. I promised that it was coming. Southwest Maryland 1, 737-700. Very good looking aircraft. Very happy that it turned out so well. And a very gorgeous touchdown here on the runway 26 at the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. So welcome in Maryland 1. Very happy to see it here. That was really cool. Overall, just a really good looking special livery, and you bet that I was glad that that finally worked out. So that definitely was worth it by itself. But we had a bunch of cool shots as well. We have Clover, it's Clover the Deer Fawn, definitely a very nice looking Frontier A320 Neo. Very happy to see it here, and Frontier has a very impressive spoke out of Phoenix. And Hops the Rabbit coming back. I think they might have a crew base here, I'm not sure, but they do turn aircraft out of here regardless of how they end up here. So yeah, very nice landing there on Hops the Rabbit. Very good shots. So we'll definitely have to come back and edit these at some point down the road. And then you're going to see all these taxiing aircraft and pushing back. Really cool American shot with 2 Neos taxiing action. Quite a few Neos at Phoenix, quite a few 321s. It's a good balance of the mainline fleet. Delta 737-900ER. More of these than what maybe I anticipated initially. And then we do get redemption on the Air Canada with some nice light there. Got the American A321 Neo pushing back. So overall, some really good action here with the sunlight, with the American Eagles. Very cool that they have the angles here in the alleyway. I was going to say the bridge is also over there as well, so I think we might get a few shots of that here in a moment. There's the Southwest 737-700, American A319, and 737. Yeah, overall, just a nice skew of aircraft. Delta 737-800, got the American 738 pulling into the gate here. Yeah, overall, just a good variety of shots. So very excited to work with these. Got the American 319 getting ready to touch down, and cool to get some in and out of focus. That's quite nice. So yeah, looking nice. American Max 8 even for good measure. You can get the America West A319, obviously, and sun will be in and out from here, but there's the CRJ 700, and we do have the Spirit Crowns Airbus A320 with some wardrobe malfunctions. Nice looking aircraft here. Always excited to catch this one. I flew its sister ship 632, so very happy. I think I flew it twice, in fact, so that's pretty cool. So overall, looking very nice. The Chrome 737-800 is back in action, and we do have the American A319 landing in. Got plenty of gate action with all the 737s. So yeah, looking nice. Got the A319. You got the bike right there looking pretty cool. Got some gate shots. We have the crane right here for Frontier looking quite nice. And the American 737 again, trying to get that good light shot. You got Neo pulling in. And we kind of got a good shot there, so not bad. Southwest landing in, and I probably shouldn't have took that, to be honest, but you know what? We're making memories, that's for sure. Southwest Maryland 1 taking off on the other side, and there was an American triple over there, so that's why I thought I went over there. But anyways, trying to get Chrome here. That's also the people mover station for the rental car facility. Pretty cool. Stay at that Crown Plaza in the back as well. Lars A320, then yeah, this was a really cool shot with the sun. Needed to be on the other side, but we got the American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. They have that London flight, which is very cool. So hopefully we'll see more international expansion soon from American. And I also had too big of a lens, so I went for that tire shot. But we do have expansion for Starlink, which is starting service, and Air France also has been very successful with theirs, and they already are adding frequencies. So great to see all the changes at Phoenix already. So that takes us from this garage over to the T3 garage. They have a little bridge there, so some shots are good, and just want to check it out. So it's a little lower here, as you can tell. As you can tell, you can get some really good shots. We didn't go all the way out. That was part of it. So there's the Phoenix Tower. Got the Chrome 737 taking off. And then, yeah, it's a really good vantage point. You can get some really cool views. And as you'll see momentarily, I love how Phoenix is designed, by the way. It's a really neat design. You can get some really good lighting shots. There's Southwest down the middle. You just use that train right there just to move across the concourse. It's very easy. See the light in and out in the multiple Southwest that you'll see, like the 737-700, American A321s at the gates, United Max at the gate as well. So great to see all the variety. Really cool shots of 2-6 landings as well. There's the Southwest landing over there. You can see it pretty good. And yeah, you got the Manatee right here, which is really cool for Frontier. Another Southwest 738. There's the Destination 225. I think they've done away with that max since. Pretty cool to see it. We're back at the main garage, the finish strong. We have some good light, and you'll see what's coming in here in a moment. That's going to be really exciting, but panning out that Southwest right there. Got the American alleyway traffic, and there's a 319 getting ready to land in there. Looking very nice. 737s. All the CRJs and ERJs, and we have an Alaska 737-900. I think this aircraft's since been retired without winglets, so this was a very cool catch. Definitely crazy to think how fast it's all changed on that aircraft. American A320 also looking strong right there. Another turn from the one that we saw earlier, so maybe went to the East Coast, who knows. Got the Envoy, and then we got the Mountain Goat right here. I'm very happy to see the Mountain Goat going strong, and the Delta 7. So yeah, overall looking very strong over here with these aircraft. Then you got the Delta Boeing 737-900ER looking very nice right there. Southwest looking very nice. Cool to get the light variety as well. Got the American, another United 900. So many of these are in Evo Blue now, but just look at the wear on that old livery. It's crazy. The Airbus is looking strong for American Airlines. And there's some cool alley shots of little brother and big brother, if you will. There's the Southwest 737, another American A319. Got the American taxiing down the alley right there, looking nice. CRJ 700, I love these gate shots. They're very cool in the angles in Southwest from Cancun or Cabo or somewhere, looking nice. So cool to get the variety. And then now we're getting the mountain backdrop and some cool fan blade illumination like on that American Neo. And there it is, the British Airways Boeing 777. That's going to be a big highlight there. You got the CRJ and the Delta A321. There's Envoy, the fire truck, another Envoy, another Neo. Down the alleyway here, looking quite nice in the old and the new with the Neo in there. And there it is, really cool illuminated fan blades for the grand finale of the British Airways Boeing 777-200ER. Very good looking aircraft, love that shot, but I really like these back here with the illuminated fan blades. That's probably the best one right there with clarity and so forth. And while the nose lit spotting can be frustrating at times, you can't beat nicely lit fan blades. So very happy with this, and here it is. Getting ready to bring it in, and obviously we didn't get the light at the end, but we got that cool fan blade shot and the really cool mountain backdrop. That's it right there. So overall, really happy with how that turned out. Very happy to get the British Airways. As you can tell, the L2 door is a little wore out there, but go back over here to these shots. These are definitely some of the best ones right there, and very happy with how those turned out. So overall, very successful. Really want to get British before they, get rid of the 222, because they're going to be doing a bunch of A350 and 787 going forward here, probably 350-1000. So overall, very happy with it. There is the British Airways Boeing 777, very iconic aircraft. So certainly happy catching. We even got a Sun Country throwback livery for good measure to finish it out. And there, everyone, is our Southwest 737 MAX 8 that will take us home to Tulsa. So I really hope all of you enjoyed this spotting very much. It's very fun to put together, and overall, it was an absolute blast. So with that being said, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do my CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon, as CM Aviation is signing off.